Good morning. Sunday. Sunday's usually a good day, no? The only thing wrong with Sunday is when you get to the night on Sunday, leads up to the knowledge that you know you're going to go to work on Monday. That makes us a little sad. You know, it's only our thoughts that give the mind a different directive, okay? Because we always have the same goal. Now, the goal is always happiness. So therefore, following the same goal, your direction is always good. Now, the question in direction, okay, is this. Words have a stronger meaning, as like the truth. In French, the truth is vérité. Now, like in the DAVINCI Code, when you break it down, don't forget what they can do, I can do too. Their truth is no better than my truth, because their truth is their story, and my truth is my story. As long as we know the truth is not a fable, the truth will become your friend. The truth can be good if you know what to do with the truth. So we now know VER-I-TER is truth in French. Now we split the word up to ver, which means worm, or ver in French, which means towards, to go towards. As like in life, to go towards something, you need a direction or a path. Therefore, you cannot arrive without the path if you have no direction. So should you be a liar, liars do not tell the truth. Liars do not have direction. Otherwise they would do good and know which way to go. And they do not. And we know. So the ver is also the worm, another one in French. The worm travels underground, making it his home as he makes his way and bothers no one. So does man. Man digs his tunnel on the space on the earth. Thus should man lie. The path of man would have no direction, as a lie tells no truth, and truth gives no direction. And the path without this man telling truth is lost. And so the ver of the VERITER has no way of returning home, because he doesn't know where home is. He is told so many lies that at the end he ended up not knowing himself. So you see, not telling the truth is not always bad, but not telling the truth is never good, because it is for you that you must help, because it is for you that you are on the earth. It is for you that lives. Where if you die, you do not need the VERITER, because when you die and go to heaven or go to hell, you will know the VERITER, and you will know the difference, because you will know the truth. And knowing the truth shows all the difference. Therefore, the VERITER is not actually what you see. Okay? Now I'm turning the page onto the next page, because as we know, tea is good and it's soothing and it's calm and it goes into your body and you drink it, it's warm, and my grandmother likes it and my grandfather likes it, and for some reason as a child you don't drink it, but the older you get and the wiser you get, you seem to see more of the tea. Okay, the tea is a reminder of the cross. The cross is truth, and the cross is for Jesus who spoke the truth. Yet because man would not know the truth, it was in front of his face, as like the tee in golf, we put the ball on the tee, but it is our eyes and accuracy, if we can connect. Thus when man makes a bad shot, is misunderstood, thus direction is wrong, and the ball goes erratically all over the place. It's like a crooked road. And don't you know, if you walk down a crooked road, it'll take longer than walking down the straight road, because anything with more directive takes less time. Once you know you have a map and you mapped out the direction in which you want to go, and you get onto that road and you go, as long as you follow the map of the direction, you will get all the facts, and you'll go where you want to go in the time it takes, because you will have the road and you will have the map, so you will know the direction and you will know the time it takes. Therefore, the time and the space will be all your choice, because this is your choice. And if you make the good choice, then it is good. It is good for you. It is good for the spirit who takes the message. It is good for the angel who receives the message. When the good is the VERITER, which means towards, direction, where a golf ball sits. You see, excuse me for being because it's also simple. We were told all the truth. It's not only the word VERITER, but there are hundreds of words. You have to know what to do with the words. We are the ones who control our own mouth. We control what we think. We control what we say. Now we have to try and remember, for us and all humanity, that we always want to know the truth, because when we put a gauge or a guide for ourselves, as long as we know the truth, the guide will be as close to the truth as possible, thus being able to be a guide like a map to lead us through all kinds of life. The hard, the good, the bad, whatever it is, we have to know how to get through it. We have to try, and we can never give up, because upon giving up, you're giving up on life. You give up on life, you give up on your angel. If you give up on your angel, you tell your angel to give up on you, as man is the fingertips of him on earth. And that is not right, because God did not make man to think and do it that way. Yet we do it that way. We're not happy, and we don't change our ways. So when you're not happy and it doesn't go right and you don't change your ways, is it logic? Are you being rational with yourself? Are you telling yourself the truth? Well, it's very simple to get the answer. If you are walking down the road and not telling yourself the truth, and again we go over, should the road be crooked and take you a longer time, we know that the path is not right. Because according to the truth in my mind, I mean, I played the game of poker, and everybody know you can be with your friend, thus looking at it as being a pair, and being a pair is good, but being a pair and going straight is even better, because straight is a shorter distance than following the road with the crooked line. Thus, all is crooked. And we would never know the difference, because we've been living this way so long that looking back, everything is so distorted. We think the crooked line of man is a straight line of eternity, when in all actuality, like in poker, all it is a bluff. Sunday morning, I still remain Raphael. I do not know everything. In fact, I only know what I think. And then I say what I think. And you have to decide whether it's the truth, or whether my thinking and my speech is just a fable, whether my values are good or no good, whether it means anything to listen to my values, because they're only my values which makes my story, which makes my story the story of Earth, in which I am on, and I live on the planet. So it's only my story which could be a fable. You decide on the difference. All I know is I want to say the good and the right thing. And in time, we all want what? For whatever we want, when we get it, we'll be happy, as long as we don't hurt anybody on the path in between on the way. And the objective is your decision. But the next time you ask me a question, I'll give you the answer from the way I see it. But I'm going to be fair, because it's not my answer that counts the most. It's the one that's fair to all man, that brings man back together. Because when man comes back together and all is fair, there goes up the twin towers as like brothers together again. We're being able to stand up as we have knocked our own self down and lost all communication with the Spirit for a specific reason. And that reason will be coming to you when you ask me the question. Because when you ask me the question, that's when you really want to know. Because it's when you're curious that you get the question answered, that you think of it the most. That is also another key in life. In fact, everything you do is another part to the puzzle of advancement. And with advancement brings evolution. With evolution brings knowledge. With knowledge brings everything. Because as long as you know, sometimes, as long as nobody else knows what you know, that's all that counts. As long as you're happy and you hurt no one, be fair. Because the only one to care when you share is when you're fair. So for now, again I tell you, but this time we are unsure. It's Nebula 5281, but we are still 7286 traveling the universe. I am the VERITER, because I speak not what I do not know. I just tell you the story, and you find the gist of it all. So therefore it is your choice.